that too loud?
No. Never.
Okay. Welcome back to the Uintah Basement, episode 91. I'm your host, the Mighty Quinn, with the co-host, Lovely Tracy.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah. Coming to you from the armpit of Utah, the Uintah Basement. Yay, it's a small step in nowhere land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're burning up, dying out here.
It is, but we got AC, so I'm happy still.
I mean, as long as you're indoors, it's fine. But when you're outside, I don't know, you boys do it. Like,
It's muggy.
It's awful. Like, this weather this summer is, like, different than it normally is. I don't know what it is.
This is like a Mexico monsoon summer.
Yeah, you go out, and I mean, you guys don't have this problem, but I go out, my hair froze out, and I just get mad. It's like, why even try, you know, F it, just doing a hair tie again. It's like, it was like, don't cut it. I'm like, you're sweating your ass off, okay?
That's bad.
It's miserable.
But even when you buzz your hair, you sit there and sweat more, too.
You
so,
do?
like, your hair actually wicks up some of that sweat.
Oh.
So you're like, okay, so I have a little bit of hair.
I mean, I'm assuming that it probably just doesn't run in your face. Like, you boys probably have to have this problem of it dripping in your face, where at least ours catches it a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
deters it to another area.
if you put sunblock on, then you're screwed. It's like in your eyes.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
As you can see, I always have raccoon eyes, so I don't do the sunblock too well. It's like, I ain't getting that shit out. And you'll be dusty and dirty by the end of the day anyways.
Yeah. Sunblock is good for you, though.
It's wonderful for you, but yeah. And there's a lot of people that are stubborn about it.
Well, people think that they don't tan when they wear sunblock. That's not true. It only filters out the bad rays, and so you're still getting tan. Yeah. You're just not getting burnt ugly. So, like, you know, that where you're just peeling off.
I welded too long. I always had a sunburn. It's like, son of a bitch.
I mean, we all did it. I remember when we went out and tanned with some Crisco. And it's like, what are you doing? And
Got the mirror.
I mean, it was awful. Like, we were blistered, and I was like, what did we do to ourselves? Awful.
Oh man, I used to get some bad ones. We had a pond growing up on the farm.
Yeah.
We get out there and float tubes and just have a good time during the day, and then you didn't realize how bad you were sunburned until that night.
Yeah.
Mom's out there with vinegar, and then we'd have we put Noxzema on shit. I
don't remember our mom ever putting sunblock on us when we were.
No, we didn't have sunblock.
We didn't either.
We just burned.
Yeah, it's like, get out there and toughen up, right? Because like now it's like I tell my grandson, "Come on, we're putting sunblock on." He's like, "Ugh," you know.
They got the spray and shit now.
Well, yeah. Not only that, they also have those cool water shirts that are long sleeves, so they're not hot, but they keep them protected. I'm like,
I get them for fishing.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And when we travel out of the country, you can't wear cotton when you're in the tropical areas.
We were lucky if we had a swimsuit, kind of. You know what I mean? We didn't have water
Speedo
shirts. And Mom was like, get your swimsuit and your water shirt and your water shoes. It's like, we just went and had glass in our foot and we just were fine, you know? Bottle of hollow. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Your dad did the glass check and then you're just like, hey, everybody in, you know?
Yep. Jump off the cliff.
Good times.
I think my name's in the cliff over there somewhere.
Oh, I have initials out there too.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
I probably have them at Cottonwood too.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't admit that because it's tribal land. We're going to get fined or something done.
Well, I was underage and I plead 7 years.
I'm blaming my brother.
It's his initials. Can't you see it's a J, not a T? Hell yeah. We used to go over there, and I don't even remember. Well, we all bought tribal permits then, though.
We didn't need them when we were younger. So, like, that was our spot. My dad would come home from work, and I remember being so excited. He'd be like, we're going to the lake. And we're like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And we'd get in the back of the truck and drive out there, and we would go swim for like an hour and come home. My mom would make the best fried chicken ever, and it was like the best day ever.
Hell yeah.
You know, and we just thought that was the coolest thing. And I'd have friends that come over, like, you guys go to the lake like every other day?
Yeah,
we
did.
Hell yeah, we do. It's fun.
See, and I did Midview a lot.
Yeah.
Which
closer to your
Borum.
house, right?
Yeah, it's still a long ways. It's still like 10 miles away from us. They usually dropped us off and said, we'll see you later.
Borum is a cool little lake, though, out there.
Now it's cleaned up again. It's beautiful. You get over there, and the water's blue.
Is it really?
It's really
I haven't
pretty.
seen it like that for a long time.
And it's got that sandy bottom to where you can walk out to, it doesn't drop off.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have
Speaking
a real
of the
good boat
Crisco,
ramp.
that's where I had a Crisco incident. So
yeah.
Good old Borum.
I had a sail board. We'd go windsurfing over there.
Well, we went there when we were in high school because my dad's oil field route wasn't there. So he was up toward Neal and stuff. So we had to go where no one's dads were, you know. So it's like Borum was one of the spots we could go and we didn't get.
And now the oil field's all the way around it. I work around it and I look at it, drive past, and you're like, man, that looks nice right now.
It's just lunch break.
It's like, I'm going to go swimming or fish.
Yeah.
I did that on the way to work. I was working at the Orem Hospital.
Okay.
And we were doing the construction on it. And I was running a little early down Deer Creek.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to stop and fish.
I love Deer Creek. That's one of my favorite places to
I snagged onto something so big that, it broke the line when it was all. I sat and fought it for 20 minutes. I was late to work.
Yeah, worth it.
Worth it, man.
Fake an injury if you have
They're like, why are you late? Well, I traveled down here, but I had to stop at Deer Creek this morning. It looked so good. The fish were jumping.
I just got out to pee and I hurt my leg and you just limp it off all day. It's fine. It's worth it.
Just go into your mechanical room and do your work quick.
You want me to lie or tell the truth?
Yeah.
I have 2 stories for you. You can pick.
Yeah.
The lie or the truth.
I'm always truthful, though.
Yeah.
I used to be that kid that I'd tell the lie when I was a kid. Then I found out it's just so much easier to just be truthful. And half the time they don't even think that you're actually telling the truth. They're like, you're lying to me. You're like, no, I'm telling you the truth.
I had a boss that was like, I wish you would come in and lie to me and tell me why you aren't here. Because your stories are so freaked out and it's a mess that I feel so bad for you. Just like, just lie to me and tell me it was something else. Tell me it was a flat tire instead of what really happened to you. And I'm like, damn.
Kenyon Zager. He was the warehouseman when I first started out there, the company that I work for now, but, companies ago.
Yeah.
And he was the warehouseman, and we had propane out there.
Okay.
And I'm a welder, so I get propane for weed burners to heat the wellheads.
Right.
So I go and fill my jugs and everything, but you have to ask him for the thief to fill up the jugs. And so I go talk to Kenyon. I was like, hey, Kenyon, I need some propane. He says, for what? I says, for my barbecuer at the house. And he's like, whatever, you're doing wellheads today. And I was like, no, I'm being serious.
Yeah, he thinks you're really...
I brought that cylinder home and I put it on my barbecuer.
And he still thinks you used it for the right reason.
Yeah. But I was telling the truth.
Yeah, you told the truth. Yeah. So who does it hurt?
And that was a long time ago, so maybe statute of limitations got me or something.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I paid my money, my debt back to him.
Yeah, my boss is oil filled, and so he's always like, when I do something at work, he's always calling me. He's like, we're going to have to fill out a 1032 or AAL or whatever, their stupid oil fill forms. And I'm just like, whatever.
1099 form?
Yeah, whatever. And so I'm like, he goes, that's a write up for blah, 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 misconducts, whatever. And I'm like, shut up. So anyway, I come down late, and he's like, well, what the hell? And I'm like, I just didn't look at the clock, because I'm always punctual. I'm usually always on time.
Hell yeah.
And it's like when I'm not, everyone's like, what's going on with you? And I'm like,
are you sick? Are you really sick this time?
Yeah, something's wrong. Like, something's wrong. Did someone die?
They came out with sick days out in the oil field. And I'd never been around. We had vacation time. If you're sick, you used a vacation day.
Yeah.
Well, now they've changed it and it's softened the oil field.
Sick and vacation, right?
Yeah, but you have like unlimited sick days. So people take advantage of this.
Well, goddamn, why would they?
But the thing is I haven't called in sick ever. I've never been sick to work where I've been like, I can't make it.
I don't miss work either. I don't.
I did have COVID this year.
Yeah.
And I called my boss. I was like, it's not that bad. I could probably come to work and not be around anybody. But he's like, proper protocols. We're going to take 3 days off. And so I did that. Mm-hmm. But I have to be truthful all the time. There's no way I can call in sick. But I do call in and say I have a doctor's appointment. And they're like, okay.
Yeah. But I'm usually the one's like, but I'll be there right after. No, you can take it off. No, I'll be right there.
Exactly.
Because if I'm not, there's something screws up. This is the first time I've not had to be responsible one.
I've been so miserable a few times at work. You're like, what the hell did I eat?
Yeah. Can I just go home? I'll just go home.
Stuck it out.
Yeah.
I stuck it out. It's only 8 hours. I'm going to be miserable at the house.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to be miserable here.
Mm-hmm. Might as well
get paid for it.
Amen. I feel you on that one.
Hell yeah. But no, work's, they're getting ready to separate ways. And I think there's a few, I don't know if we're going to have any openings. I think there might be some openings on the other side. And, it's starting to get really weird where we're at work because
everyone's
people are
on
like
edge.
Yeah, and it's like playing Red Rover, because these guys go this way and these guys go this way. And they're like, hey, what are you going to do about it? You going to fire me? And you're going, just rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, just get it done. just let me know. Yeah, that's rough.
So,
because you guys support families,
Yeah, it is.
That's the stressful part is everybody has bills. You don't know what's going to happen, and it's like, there's other jobs out there, but not when you've been there. Like you've been there forever, and it's like you're not going to go anywhere. And you're like, don't disrespect me. Don't do it.
We got vacations and stuff that we need to plan for, and if our schedule's changing, we need to accommodate to that. So yeah, it's been a really awkward process, but I think we're going to get through it, and then lights at the end of the tunnel here pretty quick. So we'll see how that works out. See if my schedule gets changed.
Yeah.
We might be podcasting at different times, I don't know. Yeah,
we got it.
It'll be fun.
We can figure it out.
Work around it. I'll have more time off. I can do whatever we need to do.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Hell yeah. I did get out camping last weekend.
Nice.
I got to spend a few days with Cody.
Fun.
Yeah, we had a good camp.
Bet you had a good laugh.
We did.
Cody's a funny dude, that's why.
He is a blast. We had so much fun. We said the F word over and over and over again together. We talked about things that are very inappropriate in front of ladies, men, and children.
To get out of your system.
I just listened to him and laugh. It's
Cody, do you feel better, buddy?
He's like, this is me every day. I was like, yeah, we probably restricted him from his
From
regular
being himself.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it.
It's a podcast.
Yeah.
It's not for the...
There's lots of times I want to say the F word every other word too, but I can't.
Yeah, there is a time and a place.
There is. I mean, here's the deal. If you tell me to calm down, that's when the F words are coming.
Oh, yeah, exactly. They're arguing words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's over.
It's how you direct that F word.
Sometimes they just come out and I get done, and I'm like, and the person's face is, their mouth's hanging open, and they're like, dang. And I'm like, ooh, what'd I say? Because I just black out, just chew them up ugly.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, ugh.
You got to say it when you smash your finger.
Yeah. And
Stub your toe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It comes out, and you look around, but mine comes with a mother, too, all the time.
Yeah. And so here's the deal. Yeah. And you're like, and you hate everyone around you, too. And then they're always trying to be nice to help you. And you're like, get the hell away from me.
Get the fuck away from me.
Go away.
We do say the F word. This isn't age appropriate.
This is when you yell at your own pet. God damn it, this is your fault. And you're like, what? Your dog's looking at you like you're crazy. You know what I mean?
Get. Oh, yeah.
And they're so loyal and love us. They just want to come help us. And you're just like, stay away.
But shout out to Cody. He still has the love for the podcast. He says he listens more now.
He does?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So shout
I
out
knew you loved us. I knew it.
Yeah. I might have to do a few more camping trips.
Good.
This got to where it's almost like business sometimes, and you're like, well, I seen you once this week. I'm done.
Yeah. Now I miss you. Like, I'm to the point where I miss you now. Now I want to come up and hug you and be like, let's spend some time. Let's spend some F-word time, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got any good F-word jokes?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, he's going to regret some of those F words, though. This is what I'm going to tell him is when his kids get suspended from school coming home saying what they say. And he's going to be like, like it all happened to us, Cody, so get ready because it's going to happen to you too, bud. We got nailed for it too. Nothing like writing in your book and putting F-U-C-K and the teacher's slapping you on the back of the neck and you're like, fuck. Well, I'm going to be writing this over and over again. Yeah, that's hilarious. I got nailed for chasing the girls into the girls' bathroom. They had my hat. I feel like you're a little weirdo. Like, you're always taking your clothes off for girls, Quinn. You're chasing them in the bathroom. Like, they had my hat. Oh, that makes it okay. I remember Brandy Severson. She's like this tall, like 4 feet. Carrie Boren. Okay. We snuck into the girls' bathroom. We were sloughing school. Okay. To a bathroom. In the junior high. Well, oh, yeah. I was just an extra. I can't remember what class. In those junior high bathrooms. Let me tell you that right now. The janitor knocks on the door. He's going to clean it. And I was like, I'm the boy. I'm not even supposed to be in here with you guys. And the girls panicked? No. They were acting all normal and everything. I got nailed. I got detention for it. What are you doing in the girls' bathroom? Well, I'm a teenage boy. They talked me into going to the girls' bathroom. Let's go to the girls' bathroom. I'm going to give in. This is what legends are made out of. You know what I mean? Like, why are you in detention? I was in the bathroom with Carrie Bourne and Brandy Severson, and the boys were like, yeah. They didn't get in trouble. I did. Yeah, of course they did. Now it's transgendered. I could have pleaded. I could have got out of it on this one. Enjoy it while it lasts, boys. Enjoy it while it lasts. Yeah. Yeah. I have been out of the country. I think, where were we? I think we were in Belize. We were in Belize and we were out on an island.
And we went to a bathroom, and it was, I mean, the United States shunned people for naked.
Right.
Everywhere else, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, especially
I mean, our tour
Utah.
guide, we're walking up to these ATM caves, and these caves they have bodies and stuff in them. You have to swim in, and then they show you skeletons and stuff like that. They're tombs of
Okay.
the old, they're not the Incas, they're the Mayans.
Okay, cool.
So they used to sacrifice people for water.
Wow.
So when it was a drought year, they'd sacrifice. And the person would go clear up the tunnel and get drunk. He had his bottle of wine or whatever they were drinking.
Okay.
They get drunk in the dark and sacrifice themselves so that they can get water that year. But some of these skeletons are calcified into the stone, and so this is a big tourist attraction.
I'm sure it is. That sounds so crazy.
It's like 6 miles up the river, and I mean, at first you have to go across the river, and the guides are always, hey, there's piranhas in this river. And you're like, fuck, Jesus, goddamn, I'm not going to get bit by this. And you're walking across this swift river, and they got a rope across it.
Okay.
So nobody goes down. And yeah, we're with people from the basin, and we lose them. Hey, where are you going? They're rolling. And then we get up. He's like, oh, I have to warn you. The Italians are here. And you're like, what's that mean? And you walk around, and you're like, oh my God, they're all naked. Yes! And I'm with Brent Philstead's whole crew up there, and he's like, Quinn, and he's like, they're naked. But
I love it.
the whole time we're sharing a drink, my brother-in-law and I, and we're starting to get a little drunk. We've walked like a mile without peeing.
Okay. That's
So we get
good.
up there,
That's a big deal,
we get
right?
up to this great big gorge, and there's this river in the bottom of it. And he's like, who wants to jump off this 25-foot cliff? And I was like, I am.
Yeah,
I gotta pee. Because there's 150 people around you all
Yeah.
the time. And I mean, the Europeans, they go out and pee. They don't give a
But yeah,
shit.
they're naked.
But there's tarantulas crawling around and shit, and you're like, I'm not getting in that stuff. Of course, I jump in the water, that they're like, there's piranhas in it, and you're like, I gotta pee anyways. I don't give a shit.
Going down. Going down fighting.
And then we tubed through all these tunnels and stuff like that. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
It
Nice.
was well worth it. I
Yeah.
do suggest, and I have before. Brent's tours are amazing
I've heard
trips.
they're pretty cool.
It's,
Yeah.
man, for the money that you spend,
Worth
I
every
can't believe
penny.
he does it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Nice.
But COVID kind of shut him down. I mean, we went this year and got down into the Yucatan, and it was really bad. I mean, COVID, when it basically ruined the trip when it was all said
Yeah.
and done. I mean, we had a hard time getting back in the United States.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah. You can't really plan for it either. You don't know. I
No.
just feel like the world's going to keep getting. It's not going to be COVID. It's going to be something
The
else.
monkeypox.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, I actually seen a video of a guy with monkeypox yesterday on TikTok. Do you TikTok?
No. So, yeah, I TikTok because I TikTok with my boss at work. And so I just watch it with
Nice.
him. And so he was showing me how everybody's doing the filter thing and like doing the monkeypox. And
I
calling
started
it
a
to work.
filter thing last night, and I was like, why did I do that?
So they are funny. I'm not going to lie.
I think it's cool that people can actually take that and learn. I love the dance ones.
I do too. So the mullet guy that does the hot stepper, like he gets down. You know who I'm talking about? What's
Yeah.
his name? I was gonna remember his name. I'm in love with that dude. Like I love him.
I know exactly who you are. And he actually was talking on a video.
Yeah, he's so cool. He got new dancing shoes.
Dancing shoes.
Yes, yesterday.
I saw that.
And my boss is like, "Come down here, your man's on." And I'm like, "Okay." So I go running down the stairs, and I get down there, and he's like, "He got new shoes for you." And I was like, "That's what's up," because my boss teaches
Did they
me.
say
He's like,
something on the back, hot stepper or something?
yeah,
like that?
and he's just, and they were tap shoes. And so, like,
Yeah.
this is the first time this dude ever tap dances and just busted out. And I'm like,
I think he's taken some clogging or
I don't
something
know.
like that.
I mean, like, I think he's one of those dorky boys that sat in front of the mirror and practiced for so long that he
And then
just
he's like,
gets
"Let's
down."
TikTok this
He's
shit.
like, let's do this.
It's badass because it's a different
I
move.
love that dude. I do. And he gets down and he just, it's like, even the girls are all sitting there and it doesn't even matter. They are all in love with this guy and I love him. I love him.
I got a TikTok movie. I got a TikTok one that I never shared.
Okay.
If I did, I'd probably not have a job. It's like, that one's in the archives right there. What
Right.
did I do that for?
Right? Nice.
Hey, I learned to dance, though.
Yeah, that's all that matters. You know, we all did that awkward time where you stand in front of your mirror to learn how to dance and don't act like anybody didn't do it. Like, I feel like Jason Osler's probably got some rhythm, do you think?
Yeah.
He probably stood in front of the mirror a little bit and did it. And he's just one of those sits in the corner for a little while and then he's like...
Busted out?
Yeah, he gets up and starts busting out. We'll have to ask him.
Yeah, I talked to him this afternoon.
He called me a couple days ago, and he's just like, gosh, I want to go on with you guys. I'm like, then get your butt out here and come on.
He'll be out here next week, and he's like, I might come on. And I was like, we're available, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, just give us the time that you can come over, and we'll do some record. We still need Tony Olson. Yeah. And it looks like you were rounding up all kinds of people this
Jared,
week.
Jared, Wahlberg.
Hats off to you.
Yeah, you little sissy. Treg Harmston, sissy. You know, you boys all talk a big game, but when it comes down to it, we'll tell everybody what we really think. Well, come on then. Yeah. Come on. You don't have men in your family then. You don't.
Oh, you've been called out.
You can't handle the truth, can you?
They'll get on here and it'll be one of those, hey, I need one of those red light. I turn the on-air sign on. They'll be like, you serious? We're on air now?
Yeah, dead serious. Here's the deal, too. You guys, I mean, help each other pick out a dress for next week and then come on. That's
you know, when I first started this, and I'm a shy person, but when I first started this, it was like hard to push sending this out.
Was it?
And now it's like, no problem.
It's fine.
No problem. I don't care. No, I said that. I'm not even going to edit it. Who gives a shit? We'll see how many listeners we get, you know. But you did bring up the ratings. You have brought a lot of members in, so hats off to you.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I'm having fun. That's
glad
fun.
to do my part, you know.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it's about.
If we get to come here and have this much fun and get support, hell yeah.
Well, and it's not just, you know, the platform for me. I'm not getting all of it out. If you want to get out here, you want to tell your story,
come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
We're not going to make fun of you.
We're fun.
Yeah.
We make fun of each other, not anybody
we'll
that comes
keep the
here.
conversation going. It's no big deal. It's like, you
not,
know what? If you want to be quiet over there, are you being quiet or what? Let's throw
Do you need a hug? I'll hug you right when we're here. You know? Yeah, come on. It's fun. And it's easy. Like, you think it's going to be, like, overwhelming or you don't know what to expect. It's really just, like, sitting down with your friends around a campfire and talking crap. It's fun.
That first time I went on a podcast, The Other Side of the Beehive.
Yeah.
Remember, I rented a hotel room.
Okay.
Right next to it.
In case you want to be there on time.
I wanted to be on time. And I get down there and I was like, this is right next to Coachella. I mean, it's like tent city down there where they're at. And I was like, am I okay? And I'm sitting in the car and getting ready to text Angel. And I was like, I'm just going to walk in the building. I could see a paint can with the door propped open. So I walked through this big building, knocking on everybody's doors. I'm looking for The Other Side of the Beehive. Yeah. And I opened it up and they're like, dude, why didn't you text us?
Right.
They're right in the middle of just talking back and forth what they're going to talk about. And I was like, well, I'm here. Do you want me to stand outside or what? Of course, I pre-partied that one because I was so nervous. Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to drink about 5-6 beers before I go in there.
Yeah. I don't ever get nervous really for anything like this, but that's, I don't know. It's what I've been through though. But so like, I'll tell you a little funny Coachella story.
Coachella.
So I was the facility manager of a 23 inpatient rehab, substance abuse rehab center. And so I'm like, these guys are acting up all week, all the clients. I'm just like, what am I going to do? I'm going to put the fear of God in them, okay? And I'm going to take them down then to the homeless shelter, and we're going to do a little walkthrough and we'll let them remember what addiction does to you, right? So get them in the old big white bus, and we're bumping rap music down there. And I'm like, okay, it's all fun and games. Here, this is some real shit. This is where you guys are going to end up. Because most of the kids in my rehab were like good, like rich kids, and their parents could afford to put them there, you know, so they didn't really experience like the hood, you know, the nasty hood part. Oh, yeah. You know, where you walk through and there's syringes and people having sex and dance and just some more grimy stuff, you know?
AIDS.
Yeah, it's just like they're like,
is going
they
on
come
right
up,
now.
they want to smell your hair and some weird shit, you know?
Yeah.
So we get them all out of the van, and we're walking through. This is my life. We're walking through, and I'm like, see all these people? You don't want to be like these people in my house. And I hear people start going, what's up, Tracy? And I'm like, oh my God, this backfired.
I didn't live here. I'm serious.
Backfired so bad. You know what I mean? But I'm like, this because these guys fell to this level. And they're like, damn, you're doing good. Just like.
Tracy's got her shopping cart.
Yeah.
I swear it's not Albertsons.
Everybody get back in the car. You know, it's like this backfired bad. And then they were
I still want my tape back, asshole.
So when you get done with like an activity like that, you have to go back and process it, because people take that much in, and they're confused about how they should feel about it, you know, or they're triggered for stuff. And so take them back to the center and sit them down like, does anybody need to process anything? How are you guys feeling? And they're like, you know what? I go, look, I knew some of those people down there. I do. You guys have questions about it? They're like, look, all we want to say is if you can change, we can change. I was like, I guess it worked. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'll never forget that. They were just like, what's up, Tracy? How you doing? These guys come up giving me hugs and high fives, and I'm just like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah. No shit.
It's like, dang. Wrong, Tracy. It's like, you don't forget me. So there you go.
I do have a cousin that's living out there.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, he's got a girlfriend now, and he's got Facebook.
Hell yeah.
So every once in a while, you're like, oh, he's still alive.
They do go to the library, get their, social media on. You know?
Yeah. He just kind of went loopy.
We really should go down there and do a podcast. I mean, that's probably a laugh.
With the middle of those guys, I'd be scared shitless.
Come on, I'll take care of you. I got backup down there anyway. Come on.
You're like, hey, I got a dirty needle in your back right now, and you're like, no. We better not do that, Tracy.
All right. Okay, fine.
My kids decided one year that they were fortunate enough that they were going to get gifts and give them to the homeless.
That's adorable.
Yeah, well, I told them, I says, I don't feel really good. Your concept's great. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know what you're getting yourself into, because a lot of these people are mentally unstable.
Well, they're just going to go trade him for crack.
Yeah.
Your heart's in the right place, but...
So they gathered some stuff up,
Oh.
and we took it down there, and they handed it out, and then they came home and says, probably won't ever do that again.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Well, it's a lot to process. You're going, man, I didn't realize how bad it is, and
You don't.
And on top of it, what kind of insecurities I have because I'm here.
Right.
So I'm hoping I never end up that way. I'd rather just
Me too.
probably. I'm not somebody to do suicide, but it's just
I've
like,
never,
man, why am I here?
Yeah, I've never lived there. I mean, let's let's correct that.
She was in the halfway house down there.
I was never
Right off North Temple.
Not even then. But like, you still see like the people that you were out running amok with or doing the most with. They get worse. You know, we all don't start out at that level. You start out normal and hold your job down for a while and this and that, and then you just slowly decline into the gutter. Is pretty much how the best way to describe it. And so, like, one of the guys I saw there, he used to have a fantastic construction job, supported his wife and 3 kids, and I saw him there, and I was like, what the hell, know? And it's like, it'll blow your mind.
My mom's best friend ended up down there and ended up dying, and you're like, you had everything in the world. They had a pawn shop, and then they took stolen goods in, and her husband went to prison for like a long time. I mean, it was the second time. They called him Animal out there at the penitentiary. I don't even know if he's still alive, but he was mean.
Yeah.
He was good to me. I mean, I didn't have any problems, but she ended up out there and then ended up dying at the homeless shelter. And you're like, how did you get there?
How do you do that?
But we're all within a couple weeks. People think that they're living fat on the hog. You're a couple weeks from. All it takes is you to screw up.
One decision can change your life
damn
forever.
Right.
Every single time.
You're right. So
you don't just change your life, you change everybody's that loves you. That's the thing. That's what you have to wrap your head around. It's not, I can go do time. I can go do whatever I have to do. I'm not afraid of that. It's what you do to the people you leave behind.
Yeah, you're tougher than me. I don't think I could do it. I'd be like a little bitch over there crying. What did I do? I'm sorry. Whatever I can do, because I'll get out of this.
Yeah, it's not. Like, so I'll give you a good example. My sister's baby, Jordan, he's in federal prison, okay? Yeah. And this was our phone call 2 weeks ago. I hope my mom and dad aren't listening to this because I hate to make them worry, but this is like normal there. He's like, I'm like, did you get in high school? And he goes, Aunt Tracy, I've got the book, because I sent him the GED book, in the mail. He's like, I got the book, but I'm not allowed to go to school right now. I'm like, why? Because of COVID? And he goes, no, because there's politics there, and I'm not allowed to go anywhere without somebody else that's in the white boy gang. You get what I'm saying?
That's right.
So it's like he can't go to school yet he has to pretty much prove his worth, and then he can start going and doing programs. That's just for the criminal politics in there. That's not for the federal rules that he already has.
Yeah.
Like, it's just insane. Like, you worry every single day. I worry every day for him. I hate it.
Yeah.
I absolutely
I
hate
hear
it.
ya.
And his dad has no idea about what prison is or anything. So thank God that I went down that path, because I think it's the only thing that saved my poor brother-in-law's life over this, you know, because he's like, I don't know what to think or say, and I'm just like, what do I tell my dad? And I'm like, tell him the truth, but like, you don't got to tell him the ugly stuff, because he can't. It's harder for him to process it than it is for me, I guess, you know. But yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts.
You remember Maya Anderson? Mm-hmm. Maya served some time, a few different stints, but I worked with him. We got him welding out there, and I mean, he ended up going back to jail right after that, but now he's out and he's clean and he's got a good life and everything. But he told me a lot of stories, you know. I mean, he'd get in there and he'd be like, as soon as I got in there, it didn't matter what kind of person I was. Yeah, they put you where they think that you need to be. And he says, I was a neo-Nazi as soon as I got in there. You don't get a choice. White supremacist. And he says, immediately I got a swastika tattoo on me, and I was like, no shit. And it's not even his belief. That's and it's just like, he's his blonde hair, blue eyes, and guess what? Yeah, that's where I'm at. So and I was like, well, I didn't know that, but then he told me how they make prison tattoos and shit like that. And I was like, Vaseline ink. But that's crazy. He's completely sleeved, cleared out his. He's like, have you seen my toaster? He's got a flying toaster on his knee. Nice. It's like, it's crazy though. But if you asked him, my little nephew, if you would have asked him, do you think you're going to go to federal prison next year? You think he would have said yes? Hell no, he wouldn't have. He's 26 years old. Do you think he would have said he's going to federal prison? No. It blows your mind, you know? And it's crazy. So how do you feel about that woman basketball player that's over in Russia, and they're going to trade her for a great big, I want to say he's a terrorist kind of in our country. They put him in jail here, and he was killing American people, and they're going to trade him straight across so that we can get her back. I feel like she fucked up. She was in their country. She didn't follow the rules. That's what happens when you're in another country. I don't know the whole story to it, but all I know is she smuggled hashish oil, tried to get it on the plane with her, and that's a totally illegal substance. You can't take drugs on airplanes, people. No, I agree. Like, I don't think you should let a killer out to let her come back. No, I don't even know how I don't know how she sleeps at night knowing that that's okay, because I wouldn't get down like that. That's not how I'm built. That's not who I am. That's but crazy to me. The sick part is there's lots of people out there like that. There's people that walk around every single day that have never been in jail or been in trouble in their life, and they're dirty dirtbags. So, you know. Yeah. I don't know. I've been in other countries where like the cops have got mad at. I peed on Main Street in Mazatlan, drinking beer as a tourist, and I was like, I gotta pee. And I'm sitting there in the bushes, and the military, and they have full blown assault rifles, but they usually don't have bullets in them. Yeah, there's like one bullet between all three. They do. I'm gonna assume they do. He comes by and he's got the helmet on and everything. They're in the military thing, and I was like, oh shit. He's like, what are you doing? They pitch it off, and you're like, okay, no problem. I couldn't go anymore. It was so cool because you're from the basin, and you get down to a place where you can get a full-blown beer at Subway. Yeah. You're like, oh, I could go in Subway and get a beer. This is exactly the way I deserve to be treated. Yeah. Good, we're moving, you know? Yeah. It's like, I like the rules down here. It's like that out of Utah, a lot of places. Yeah. Like, it's just different. The world's different. I had a brother-in-law, though, would hit the beach, and he's like, let's have some beers. Well, I'll drink some beers. I was like, what do you do if you get a DUI down here? He's like, you pay him $20. He let you go. He says there's a difference between the federales and the regular cops. The regular cops you can pay off. You can do that here, too. Yeah. Get enough breast out, and I can do anything. Don't get me testifying in here today, okay? But the military has random stops in Mexico. Okay. They're looking for drugs. Right. And so I'm in a rental car, tourist, in flip-flops with a jumbo beer on a 2-track road. And I pull up to the full-blown military. Yes. They get my brother-in-law out. They're talking to him and everything. Didn't you chug the beer? No, I didn't dare to. I had a guard sitting at the window.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sitting there, and he's like, he jumps in the vehicle. He's like, he's got the drugs, and he drives off. And I was like, you son of a bitch, I can't even speak Spanish.
That's awful.
They went through the whole entire rental car, and they laughed at me drinking beer. They're like, that shit, dude.
Yeah, we want to know where the good stuff is.
We want the good
Give
stuff.
me the good stuff.
There was no good stuff.
Yeah. Sorry. Dirty underwear and socks in that suitcase.
We're snorkel gear. I mean, we're going snorkeling. We're a bunch of
You want a baby
tourists.
mama? Shame on me. I'm sorry.
Share ya.
Okay, so I have great, fantastic news.
Okay.
I have my second grandbaby on the way.
Nice.
Yay.
Hey, you and me both.
Woo! I'm so excited about it. I can't stand it.
Hell
I wanted
yeah.
a little girl, but no, we're getting a boy,
That's what
which is cool. I love little boys. They're funny. But my little grandson, he's 5, and I said, what are you going to name the baby? And he goes, Gerald. Gerald?
The names are so different now.
I'm all Gerald, and he goes, yeah, Grandma, we're naming him Gerald. And I was like, okay. And I asked my daughter-in-law, I'm like, why Gerald? She goes, I don't know, it's his new kick, but he wants to name the baby Gerald. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
All right.
I don't want to name my grandson Gerald. I don't.
Well, I hear you on that, but I mean, we don't get to make those choices, and
No, and we should, because they love us the most. I mean, really. So.
Yeah, I got one coming. I know his name.
You do.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's going to be a handful already, I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Because he's a kicker, and he's talking to us right now.
Yeah, I love that. Good. Yeah, I can't wait. I love that my little grandson's naughty. He's not bad. Like, he's not disrespectful and throws fits and stuff, but he has a little naughty streak in him. That's what I love so much. It's like,
We got terrible twos in the house
kick
right
it.
now.
He'll be like, he'll look around, and then he sits back, and then he makes the play to go kick it later when no one's paying attention. But, like, he's got a naughty streak, and I love it. I think it's adorable.
Mine is so sweet right now. Mornings, after he takes that afternoon nap. Oh, he's a bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of that, did you watch The Bear?
No, I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't.
Oh, you did. Jason Osler picked it right up, too, and he's like, that is a good show.
I'm going to watch it.
I was like,
It's
yeah,
gonna be
it
my
was.
first thing.
And then I think there's only 5-6 episodes, and then till the next season. You know, it's just like one of those trailers that you jump into.
Yeah, I hate the ending. I hate when it ends. You're just like, no.
Like that one that I texted you last night, Stay Breathing.
Okay.
I think that's what it
That's
was.
on my list, too.
Yeah, that one was done and over with, and it was like, is that it? It was over with? Oh, shit. It was a good show. But it
I
did
have a whole afternoon to do something.
it did get a little bit to where I started not wanting to watch a little bit
Right.
of it because it just, I don't want to spoil it for you, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just one of those, it's like, why did you guys have to put those situations into this show? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So don't watch it.
No,
or
watch it. Watch it was good because I wanted to watch another episode and you're like, hell yeah.
All right. Okay.
So that's
Just Breathing the Bear. Okay. Done. Both Hulu?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The Bears Hulu.
Okay. Gotcha.
The Bears Hulu and the other one's Netflix.
All right.
What else have we been watching? We've been watching a lot of Sing 2 at the house.
I haven't seen Sing 1.
Well, I had to watch it, and it's like 2016. It's like, you guys waited like 6 years to put out a sequel?
Just when we finally got rid of the other one. You're putting out part 2.
You're putting out part 2. I had
your life
kids living at home when that one came out.
Right? I heard it's adorable, though. I heard it's really cute.
The music is great. My grandson loves it. It's like you turn it on, he turns it on. We get Alexa in the other room and we talk on it and have her just play the soundtrack. And
Cute.
oh, man, and we're all singing. It's all pop music. It's
Yeah.
you know, Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
It's the music that you hear all the time.
I love it. Okay, I'm going to have to watch it just because it sounds cute.
I've watched it 15 times, and I guarantee it right now.
All right,
But it's
awesome.
on Netflix right now.
Okay, I heard it was really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got good voices.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
What's her name? Kristen Bell. I
Okay.
mean, there's a bunch of them.
Matthew McConaughey has that voice. You just know it's his. It's very distinct.
Yeah,
Like-
and he's like the lead role in it.
Okay, cool.
You know?
Cool. I
And
love
then,
that.
I mean, and it's all animals, and they put the animals together that you couldn't do, like, if you're doing, like, a regular, you know, drama or something like that. I was never into showbiz shit.
Yeah, me either.
Drama in high school, there's no way. And you know what? I could probably get away with it now because you're like, God, I'm sitting here in front of a microphone talking.
We're all dramatic as hell.
All dramatic and shit and telling our life stories and stuff like that. But I should have probably done that, man. That'd have been fun.
We would probably taken the stage, you know?
I got up and I had to do a skit, I guess, for homecoming. I don't even remember it.
Yeah.
And Cletty Barrett, which was Rusty Kill's girlfriend in high school.
Okay.
She says, "Don't you remember taking me to homecoming?" I was like, "No, I don't."
Quinn!
And I was like, she's like, "Oh, don't make me feel bad." This is like the last couple of years. And I was like, "I don't remember this shit."
Whoa.
Yeah, and I vaguely remember. I must have blocked it all out. We had to get up and do a skit. We had to do a skit in front of the school.
It was traumatic for you,
It must have been.
You forgot.
The best one was...
I love that you didn't just lie and say, yeah, oh my gosh, it was so fun. When you're like, no, I don't remember.
I don't remember. And she's like, "Oh, man, you make me feel bad." And I was like... Well,
yeah, 'cause you have to think she took a long time to get ready for that. Like that was a big moment in her life, and you're like, I don't know.
I don't remember this.
I bet
Was
you're
this my sophomore year?
You're a real romantic, right? Yeah.
I am hopelessly romantic.
All right.
The stuff that comes out sometimes, you're like, God, I'm usually pretty good at my memory, but you know, when it comes down to high school and shit like that, it's like I just don't recall it. I remember Brett Filstead getting up there and he's like, "Quinn Cole, I need to see you in my office right now." And the whole school goes, "Ooh."
Yeah, I had a couple of those too.
And I was in trouble. I really was.
Yeah. I remember one time I had grabbed some girl by her hair and I hit her head against the locker, and I don't even remember who that girl was. What was her name? Anyway, she said something ugly to me. And I
Amber Nestor.
I grabbed her head and I'm all, boom, and bounced it off the locker, and she just walked off crying, and I thought, ew. And I just turned around and I was so irritated about it. And then they came on and they called me to the office for something. It's because my mom needed the keys to the car. I thought I was in so much trouble. I was like, God, I get caught for everything, you know? I'm walking down there and I'm like, getting ready to have my ass handed to me. And I walk in and my mom's all in the office. Sorry, I just need the keys to the car for a minute. I'm like,
my sophomore year, I was in welding shop, and the welding teacher gets a phone call. He's like, "Hey, Quinn, your Aunt Kathy's on the phone." I was like, "My Aunt Kathy?" He says, "Yeah, your Aunt Kathy's on line
did you
one."
have an Aunt Kathy?
Yeah, I did. She passed away. She passed away like 6 years before that, and I was like, "My Aunt Kathy's on the phone."
What?
And it was, I can't remember her last name, Sherry Hogan's best friend at the time. They were checking me out of school, and I had no idea.
You were ruining it? You're so lame.
I was like, "I don't have an Aunt Kathy."
You don't know.
She died.
I'm not breaking the rules.
We were going to come pick you up. We got the car and everything. You're like, "Well, we couldn't text back then. How do you tell somebody?"
Yeah.
"Hey, we're on our way to come get you."
Yeah, you called each other. Like, you should have made a plan before you got to school.
Because I could have just walked out a welding shop. I mean,
Yeah, you could have just picked me up down the road.
just pick me up on the road, man. No big deal.
No, you
Craig
don't.
doesn't care.
You're walking right into alert the authorities. God,
Yeah.
what kind of people are you?
I just still remember that, though. God damn. Your Aunt Kathy's on the phone.
It's like
what?
that IKEA commercial. Start the car!
We did have some good times. Sloughing was definitely fun playing hooky.
Yeah.
Best times of my life, I think. You know, being young and
Thinking you were totally getting away with something.
you never were.
And you're always driving, like, you got to drive the back roads out of town because you're like, if someone's mom sees you, it's over, you know? So you leave school and you're like, how can we get out to the back road without getting seen? But then you always had to go buy something because you're too stupid to bring food. And you're like, if we get out there, we're going to starve. So you're trying to find a way to sneak into a service station without anybody's mom seeing you. It's a big event.
We went
The anxiety alone, was it worth it sometimes?
We left junior high. We're going to catch the bus at the high school to
Okay.
go back to Mighty, me and Sam.
Yeah.
And so on the way there's 7-Eleven, which is Rise now, but
Yeah.
we go in there. And Sam, the cigarettes used to be right out front.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, they were.
he's talking to the manager and he's kicking packs into his duffel bag, you know? You're like, right on.
Yeah, you're so cool.
So he's like, let's go over to Jubilee, which was probably, it wasn't Safeway then, it was IGA.
Yeah.
Let's go over there. Let's get a quart of beer. Hell yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
And there was a field right where the college was at the time.
Yeah.
With an old cabin that was there.
Yeah, with huge weeds. You could duck down and be fine.
So we stalled around like a bunch of teenagers and walked up and down the aisles. We did have management watching us.
Scared to make a move.
We got that beer. But do you know they strip searched us?
That is so illegal.
Yeah, and that's what Sam was like, you ain't strip searching me. We can call the cops. And I was like, don't call the cops, man. We're already in trouble. You're still in beer, dude. You got smokes? We're going to jail.
We're going down.
My parents are going to kill me.
Sam's all make a move.
Like,
Quinn's all crying.
we're taking our shirts off and stuff like that. He's like, okay, we got to pat you down and stuff like that. And it's guys that were in high school that were...
You guys should just beat him up and ran.
Oh, you think back of the shit that we did, and you're like, man, they were wrong. They were wrong.
Exactly.
But we shared that quart of beer down on the gulch.
Best time.